Let's review one more time the steering system. Always you have to start the steering system check from the steering wheel. So make sure that there is no cracks, no damage on the steering wheel, and the horns, city horns on the sides is present, and air horn in the middle of the steering wheel also is present. Then you have to start the engine because we have a power steering system. So that's why to check steering wheel free play, engine should be on. And free play at this steering wheel is allowed 2 inches because this steering wheel is smaller than 20 inches in diameter. If you have a steering wheel which is bigger, 20 or bigger than 20, so the free play which is allowed is 10 degrees. Next part you have to check is the steering column, which is attached to the steering wheel and by the U-joint or universal coupling joint to the steering shaft. U-joint coupling usually can have a problem because it shouldn't be bented. So, and also sometimes inside you can have a foreign object. So make sure that there is no foreign object and they are greased. The second universal coupling is here between the steering shaft and the steering gearbox. But first of all, you have to be made sure that the steering shaft is not bented, not damaged. Steering gearbox. Steering gearbox is attached to the frame of the tractor. So make sure that the frame at this point is not damaged and is in good condition. And then check if the steering gearbox is mounted properly to the frame. The steering gearbox shouldn't have any leaks, no missing bolts and no missing parts. And then you have to go to the pitman arm. Pitman arm should be greased and mounted properly to the drag link. And please make sure that there is no bends on the pitman arm. Drag link shouldn't be also bent and should be properly mounted to the steering ring knuckle. Steering ring knuckle is present, not damaged, and to the steering ring knuckle is mounted invisible part which we call spindle. From the steering ring knuckle comes out the steering arm, 2 steering arms. And the steering arms shouldn't be bented and they should be properly connected to the tie rod. Tie rod should be present and not bent. Because this is the power steering system, you have to check if you have a power steering fluid reservoir or tank intact. So there is no leaks and there is enough fluid in the tank. And you have to check also the 2 power steering lines which comes to the gearbox, so there is no leaks and they are properly mounted to the reservoir.